United to lock horns with City in high-stakes pursuit of Atalanta prodigy Charles de Ketelaere. In a tantalizing twist to the summer transfer saga, Manchester United have emerged as serious contenders to secure the signature of Atalanta's resurgent talisman, Charles de Ketelaere, setting the stage for a fierce tussle with cross-city rivals Manchester City. The Belgian maestro, whose career has undergone a renaissance in Serie A, is now at the heart of a tug-of-war between the two Manchester giants, with Red Devils boss Ruben Amorim keen to mold his squad around the 23-year-old's multifaceted talents. From Milan misery to Bergamo brilliance, the rebirth of de Ketelaere. De Ketelaere's journey to this pivotal moment has been anything but linear. After a torrid 2022-23 campaign at AC Milan, where he failed to register a single goal and managed just one assist across 40 appearances, the Bruges-born star faced mounting scrutiny. Labeled a flop by sections of the Italian press, his £30 million move to San Siro seemed on the brink of collapse. Yet, salvation arrived in the form of a loan switch to Atalanta, where Gianpiero Gasparini's transformative coaching reignited his spark. The 2023-24 season saw de Ketelaere explode into life, netting 14 goals and providing 11 assists in 50 matches, a resurgence so emphatic that La Dea triggered his permanent signing last summer. This term, he's elevated his game further, contributing 22 goal involvements, 11 goals, 11 assists, in 37 games, blending creative guile with clinical finishing. His hybrid role as a second striker, false nine, and attacking midfielder has made him indispensable to Gasparini's fluid system. Varane. Ten Hag didn't listen to the players. The unveiling of Raphael Varane, ahead of Manchester United's victory over Leeds in 2021, was a fantastic moment for the Old Trafford crowd. Somehow the club had kept it quiet, so it was a huge shock to see the hugely decorated defender stroll out onto the turf. His time at United was plagued by injury, but he was able to leave on a high when winning the FA Cup against Manchester City in his final game. In an interview with The Athletic, Varane has reflected on what life was like at United playing for Erik ten Hag. There was very little flexibility in terms of adapting on the pitch. The game plans were very, very precise, with lots and lots of information. It was different. It's hard to find the right words. It was very tense at times. Sometimes he made an effort to listen to the players' feedback. Sometimes he made decisions without listening to the players' feelings. So there were ups and downs. It was complicated at times. We had a robust discussion. We told each other some truths. But then I didn't play for almost 2 months. I said I didn't agree with certain ways of doing things regarding the relationship between him and the team. It wasn't something that I thought was good for the team, because some of the players weren't at all satisfied. It was not good in terms of the relationship with the coach. He said, "Okay, I hear what you said," and after that, I didn't play. He always needed an example of a player who was alone the entire time he was at Manchester. He did that with at least one important player on the team. He was always in conflict with certain leaders of the group. That is his way of managing. Varane left on a free transfer in the summer and expected Ten Hag to leave too. The Dutchman ended up signing a contract extension, only to be sacked a few months later, but Varane wasn't shocked to see him go. Man United fans react to Marcus Rashford performance versus Liverpool, best player point made. Marcus Rashford has made his first start for Aston Villa, and it came against Liverpool in the Premier League. Manchester United have a lot of players out on loan this season, but nobody will have more eyes on his performances than Marcus Rashford. Ruben Amorim has had to watch as Rashford looks like a new man, all while the United attack is awful and has not scored in 2 games. Liverpool boss Arne Slot even praised Rashford in the build-up to the Villa match, which also saw the forward impress. The 27-year-old completed 73% of his passes in the game, while also having 39 touches of the ball. The performance from Rashford was far from perfect, yet for those who watched the game, it was not the stats which made it a solid display. Rashford looked very sharp on and off the ball, while he is still clearly getting back up to match speed. After the game, United fans were demonstrating their verdict on the Englishman's outing for Villa with strong praise on social media. Rashford had some very impressive moments in the game against Liverpool, and it caused United fans to react on X. Since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement in 2013, Manchester United have been a club in turmoil, cycling through a series of managers who have struggled to overcome the deep-rooted issues at Old Trafford. From David Moyes to Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to Erik ten Hag, each manager has faced the same daunting challenge: a squad plagued by player power, underperformance, and a lack of direction from the top. However, under the new Ineos-led ownership, there is a sense that the club is finally ready to break the cycle. According to journalist Ben Jacobs, Ruben Amorim has been handed a 5-window plan to rebuild Manchester United, with the Portuguese manager given the time and backing to implement his vision and weed out the underperformers. A new era under Ineos. The Glazer family's tenure at Manchester United has been defined by a focus on commercial success. This approach has led to a culture of complacency, with players often prioritizing personal gain over team success. Managers who have tried to challenge this status quo have found themselves outlasted by the very players they sought to discipline. But with Ineos now at the helm, the club's priorities appear to be shifting. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his team have made it clear that they are committed to restoring United to their former glory, and Amorim is central to that plan. Speaking to Givmesport, Jacobs revealed that Ineos have given Amorim a 5-window time frame to overhaul the squad and implement his philosophy. This is not, as far as I'm aware by speaking to sources, going to be a case of players being able to sit it out and outlast a Manchester United manager like we've seen in the past, Jacobs said. Amorim has been told that there is a 5-window initial plan, in which the expectation is that he is going to be given a similar period of time to get things right. Amorim's clear message: adapt or perish. Since his arrival at Old Trafford, Ruben Amorim has made it clear that he will not tolerate any resistance to his methods. The Portuguese manager's uncompromising approach has already seen high-profile departures, with Marcus Rashford, Antony, and Tyrell Malacia leaving the club in his first transfer window. Jacobs explained that Amorim's message to the squad is simple: adapt to his system or face the consequences. So the players are kind of going to have to adapt and, to an extent, buy into Amorim's style and philosophy. If they don't, they're going to find out very quickly, as Marcus Rashford did as well, that the manager will simply persist and ultimately pick the players that day in, day out, he believes are trying to adapt to his system. This no-nonsense approach marks a significant departure from the past, where player power often dictated the fate of managers. Under Amorim, the emphasis is on discipline, hard work, and a collective commitment to the team's success. A squad overhaul on the horizon. Amorim's first transfer window was just the beginning of what promises to be a comprehensive squad overhaul. With Ineos backing, the Portuguese manager is expected to make significant changes in the coming windows, targeting players who fit his tactical philosophy and possess the hunger to succeed at the highest level. The club's disastrous league results this season have only reinforced the need for change. United currently sit 15th in the Premier League table, with just 29 points from 25 games. Such a poor showing has highlighted the gulf in quality between United and their rivals, and Amorim is determined to address this through a combination of shrewd recruitment and player development. The 5-window plan. A long-term vision. The 5-window plan reflects Ineos' commitment to a long-term vision for Manchester United. Rather than expecting immediate results, the ownership group is willing to give Amorim the time and resources needed to rebuild the squad and implement his philosophy. This approach is a marked contrast to the short-termism that has characterized United's post-Ferguson era. By providing Amorim with stability and support, Ineos are hoping to create an environment where the manager can thrive and the club can return to its former heights. The road ahead: challenges and opportunities. While the five-window plan offers hope for the future, the road ahead is fraught with challenges. Amorim will need to navigate the complexities of the transfer market, identify the right players to fit his system, and manage the expectations of a fan base desperate for success. The Portuguese manager's track record at Sporting CP, where he led the club to 2 Liga Portugal titles, suggests that he is more than capable of handling the pressure. However, the scale of the task at United is far greater, and Amorim will need to draw on all his experience and tactical acumen to succeed. Conclusion: a new dawn for Manchester United. Ruben Amorim's appointment and the five-window plan represent a new dawn for Manchester United. Under Ineos's leadership, the club is finally taking steps to address the issues that have plagued them for over a decade. For United fans, the hope is that this long-term vision will bring stability, success, and a return to the glory days. While the journey will not be easy, the commitment to change is a positive sign that better times lie ahead. What do you think about Ineos's five-window plan for Ruben Amorim? Can he succeed where others have failed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below or on our social media channels. Manchester United set sights on Sunderland's Chris Rigg for summer transfer. As the current season winds down, Manchester United's focus is already shifting towards a crucial summer transfer window. With Ruben Amorim's side struggling to find consistent form, the need for reinforcements has become increasingly apparent. Among the top targets for the Red Devils is Sunderland's rising star, Chris Rigg, who has been turning heads with his performances in the Championship. A must-have talent. The 17-year-old midfielder has been on United's radar for some time, but this summer could see Ineos make a concerted effort to bring him to Old Trafford. Rigg's potential has not gone unnoticed, with many considering him the most promising talent to emerge from the English Football League since Jude Bellingham. United's interest in Rigg is more than just casual. According to transfer insider Graham Bailey, the club views the youngster as a must-have signing. Bailey revealed, "Manchester United are determined not to lose out on Chris Rigg, and he is one of their key targets this summer." United's top scouts have been working on Rigg avidly since 2023, and they are convinced that the young all-action midfielder is a must-have for the club. Competition for Rigg's signature. While United's interest is strong, they are not alone in their pursuit of the Sunderland starlet. Premier League rivals such as Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester City are all reportedly monitoring Rigg's situation. Moreover, European giants Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund have also expressed interest in the young Englishman. Despite the fierce competition, there's a silver lining for United fans. Bailey noted, "Every major Premier League club is keen, but it is believed that a move to Old Trafford is appealing to him, admiring their pursuit of him." The Rigg factor. Rigg's performances this season have been nothing short of impressive. With 4 goals and an assist in 27 championship appearances, he has established himself as a key player in Sunderland's push for promotion. His ability to influence games from midfield has drawn comparisons to United legend Roy Keane, although such lofty comparisons should be tempered with patience. The Manchester Derby transfers to the transfer market. According to Team Talk, United's hierarchy have identified De Ketelaere as a priority target, viewing him as both a statement signing and a strategic fit for Amorim's tactical blueprint. However, Pep Guardiola's City loom large, with the Premier League champions reportedly earmarking the Belgian as a potential heir to Kevin De Bruyne, whose contract expires this summer. The prospect of replacing one compatriot with another adds a compelling subplot to this duel. While Atalanta's asking price is not deemed too extravagant for a player contracted until 2027, complications arise from AC Milan's 10% sell-on clause, a lingering reminder of his ill-fated Rossoneri stint. This clause could see the Serie A outfit drive a harder bargain, particularly with two deep-pocketed suitors in the mix. Since arriving at Old Trafford in November, Amorim has remained steadfast in deploying a 3-4-2-1 formation, despite debates over its suitability for the current squad. The system relies heavily on dynamic, tactically intelligent forwards who can interchange between the central striker role and the dual attacking midfield slots, a profile De Ketelaere embodies perfectly. Capable of operating as a false nine, a roaming playmaker, or even a wide creator, the Belgian's versatility mirrors the fluidity Amorim demands. His 6 feet 3 inches frame offers aerial prowess, yet his close control and vision in tight spaces evoke comparisons to a young Dennis Bergkamp. Crucially, his pressing metrics, a hallmark of Gasperini's sides, align with the high-intensity ethos the Portuguese coach is instilling at Carrington. The ripple effect. What would his arrival mean for United? Securing De Ketelaere would signal a dual intent: immediate competitiveness and long-term planning. His ability to share creative burdens with Bruno Fernandes while offering cover for Rasmus Højlund up front addresses multiple squad needs. Moreover, at 23, he represents a bridge between United's emerging talents, like Kobbie Mainoo, and established stars. For City, losing out to their rivals would not only dent their post-De Bruyne plans, but also symbolically cede ground in a transfer market where they've often dominated. Conversely, United landing their man would mark a coup in their renewed pursuit of Premier League supremacy under Amorim's progressive regime. Amorim to be given 5 transfer windows at Manchester United. Adapt or perish. Leny Yoro. Amorim is tactically top. Leny Yoro has made a good impression in his opening games as a Manchester United player. Manager Ruben Amorim is a big fan of the defender and has repeatedly sung his praises. In an interview with the club's official site, Yoro reflected on how much he likes to hear the manager speak highly of him and returned the compliment. Of course, is good for me. This is a good impression, and I need to do what he says on the pitch. I am confident with this. Maybe I am not 100% of my capability, but I know with time and experience I will be. I spoke with him when he came to the club. This is a very good coach who likes to speak with the players and really likes to have a good relationship with the players. He understands us a lot because he was a player before, so he knows a lot about what it's like, the feelings you can have when you play or don't play, and when you have a bad game. He knows how to manage this, and I think this is the most important. Tactically, he is top. We don't have too much training to learn everything, but he tries to give us everything before the game to be 100% the best version of the team. We know he is with us, and we are with him. So it's good. Transfer strategy and valuation. Ineos's transfer strategy aligns perfectly with a move for Rig. The new ownership group has emphasized signing young, developing players with high potential. Rig, valued at around £25 million, represents the type of investment that could yield significant returns both on and off the pitch. Lessons from the past. United's pursuit of Rig seems to be informed by past experiences, particularly the missed opportunity with Jude Bellingham. The club is keen to avoid repeating such mistakes and is taking a proactive approach to secure top young talent. A summer of change. As United prepare for what promises to be a transformative summer, the acquisition of Chris Rig could be a statement of intent. With Amorim at the helm and Ineos backing significant investment, the addition of Rig could be the first of several exciting signings aimed at rejuvenating the squad. The coming months will be crucial for United as they look to secure Rig's signature. With the player reportedly open to a move to Old Trafford, the Red Devils will be hoping to fend off competition and land one of English football's brightest prospects. As the summer transfer window approaches, All eyes will be on Manchester United and their pursuit of Chris Rigg, a player who could potentially shape the club's midfield for years to come. Rio Ferdinand's scathing critique of Ineos, Man United's ownership. Manchester United's legendary defender, Rio Ferdinand, has delivered a damning assessment of the club's current state under Ineos co-ownership, as the Red Devils languish in 15th place in the Premier League table. The former England international's comments reflect the growing discontent among supporters and ex-players alike, as the initial optimism surrounding Sir Jim Ratcliffe's arrival at Old Trafford has rapidly dissipated. Ineos, from heroes to villains. Ferdinand, speaking on his Rio Presence show, highlighted the stark contrast between Ineos's initial reception and their current standing among fans. With Ineos, they couldn't have come into Manchester United in a better circumstance than they did, he remarked. The fans were absolutely against the Glazers, and they have been for a while, so they have huge kudos when they walk through the front door. However, this goodwill has been squandered through a series of controversial decisions and what many perceive as mismanagement of the club's resources and personnel. Managerial merry-go-round. One of the most criticized aspects of Ineos's tenure has been their handling of the managerial situation. Despite backing Erik ten Hag with significant transfer funds last summer, the Dutchman was unceremoniously sacked early in the season, incurring substantial costs for the club. The subsequent appointment of Ruben Amorim, while initially met with cautious optimism, has raised eyebrows due to the dramatic shift in playing style and personnel requirements, cost-cutting measures, and fan backlash. Ineos' approach to streamlining the club's operations has been particularly contentious. Ferdinand voiced his concerns about the widespread job cuts affecting day-to-day staff, questioning the ethics of such decisions when players' exorbitant salaries remain untouched. They have gone quickly towards reversing that huge kudos with the things they have done. The culling of the jobs, the staff of the football club, and from the outside, I look at it and think, could they have done it in a different way? Ferdinand stated. A call for accountability. In a pointed suggestion, Ferdinand proposed an alternative approach to cost-cutting that would target the ownership rather than the workforce. Could they have gone to the Glazers and said, look, could we cut some of the money you are taking out as a sort of management fee every year, which is in the 20s of millions of pounds, he posited. Every year they take out. Sacrifice a little bit here, please, for the good of this club that you invested a lot of time in, and let us have a chance to get back to the top. The road ahead. While it's believed that Ineos did approach the Glazers about foregoing their dividends, Ferdinand's comments encapsulate the widespread frustration and skepticism surrounding the club's direction. The toxic atmosphere at Old Trafford is palpable, with fans increasingly disillusioned by the lack of progress on and off the pitch. As Manchester United continue to struggle under Ruben Amorim's stewardship, the pressure on Ineos to deliver tangible improvements grows. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether they can regain the trust of the United faithful and steer the club back towards its former glory. The situation at Manchester United serves as a stark reminder of the challenges facing modern football ownership, where the delicate balance between financial prudence and sporting success is constantly under scrutiny. As the Red Devils fight to climb up the Premier League table, the eyes of the footballing world remain fixed on Old Trafford, waiting to see if Ineos can turn the tide and restore Manchester United to its rightful place among football's elite.